Is this what I really want? Is this what I truly love? Or am I just doing the same thing year after year without giving it a single thought? Those were the questions I asked myself years back, and that changed my life forever. From a teacher, I became an entrepreneur. My husband and I, we launched a tech startup. That tech startup today, Samsung, has clients in 147 countries. Let me now show you how the journey unfolded. It was 2006. We had just relocated from Oman to Dubai. As a teacher for almost 2 decades, I looked for a teaching job. I found one. I accepted it. However, within 6 months, I resigned. There were few reasons. The pay was not right. The role did not fit my experience. And I was not happy. As a choice to me, I could have looked for another teaching job. But something deep inside me said, I need a change. It so happened that for almost 2 decades, I felt teaching was my passion. But when I asked myself that question, whether was it teaching that you loved, or was it connecting with people, helping them succeed, lit you up? At that point, I was not sure. The fact remained, at 41, I was unemployed and not sure of what to do next. One thing I was sure though, that in this uncertain phase of my life, I wanted to be calm, I wanted to be positive. So I did a couple of things. I practiced meditation, mindfulness, exercise, read self-help books. And believe me, that helped me remain calm and positive. Then came a bigger challenge. My husband decided to quit too. Suddenly, both of us unemployed, our 2 daughters still studying in school. We had some savings, but that was not enough. And all of you know how expensive it is to live in Dubai. But sometimes, when you hit a rock bottom, then you build something new. And that's what happened in our case too. My husband, an electronics engineer, and I, we co-founded an IT company. We had no background of IT, yet we launched an IT company. Because we dared to reinvent. Because we dared to step out of our comfort zone. The first opportunity we got was from hotel industry. Hotels were suddenly required to send the real-time guest data to the government authorities. Hotels were not prepared. They had no system in place. They followed a process that was manual and hence error-prone. We spotted a gap there. We built our first product, and that was Samsung TEDxGIIS. visitor identification, capture and archiving system. We had huge potential, but potential does not guarantee success. We needed to work hard and we were ready for it. Honestly, creativity came naturally to me. For example, designing a flyer, naming a product, branding ideas. I enjoyed using my creative side. But meeting a client for a demo terrified me. One thing kept going, and that was my mindset. I told myself, I will not give up, I will learn, I will hustle, I will stumble, but I will keep moving forward. Now, over the years, I realized while reinventing, there are three big insights. The first one I would like to say is have a support system. Have mentors, have coaches who can guide you through the journey. My case, my husband was my greatest mentor. He has not only walked the path along with me, but he helped me to see the light at the tunnel. When I felt low, he pushed me gently ahead. And it's important to have such people in our life. The second insight I would like to say is continuous education. I enrolled myself in a general management course at Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, India. That course broadened my perspective about business. The things that earlier terrified me became fairly simple. Not only that, it introduced me to people most inspiring people who I'm still connected with. And of course, it made me realize learning should never stop. The third big insight is the courage to fail. I have myself failed several times. Every failure I took as a learning lesson. Once, all of us were so excited with the new features of our product. We went for a client meeting. In that excitement, I failed to understand and analyze the client's needs. Needless to say, we lost the order. That lesson taught me that it's not what you offer, but it's what the client needs from you. After all, business at its core is people. The relationship that you build with the clients, the trust that client has in you. Long back, one of our older clients suddenly called me out of the blue. He asked me, Vandana, do you remember me? I said, yes, of course. How can I help you? He had relocated to New Zealand and he was wondering if our products could support the hotel he worked. Now that single conversation opened a market almost 3,000 miles away from Dubai. Now that's the power of relationship. That's the power of building trust. Today, as I mentioned earlier, Sansotech has a global presence. How did we reach here? You might be wondering. Does anyone remember the financial crisis in 2008? I bet some of you. During that financial crisis, some markets, tourism markets especially, were struggling. While some markets were still thriving, we being in hospitality, we also suffered a lot. We quickly pivoted towards the thriving markets. We invested heavily in our research and development. we adapted ourselves to the local requirements of the country. Now, with this, we slowly, step by step, expanded our client base from Middle East to Asia to Africa, then to Asia Pacific, Europe and the US. When I look back today, I am amazed. We were just two of us. We were unsure of our future, and today our company has a global presence with our dedicated team supporting them from 8 different locations. Now, this was because back then we had courage to reinvent. We had courage to step out of our comfort zone. Now, globally, millions of people are taking the leap into entrepreneurship. Let me give you some figures by Global Entrepreneurship Monitor. In 2024 says that 19% of adults are starting or entering doing their own business in the US, while in India the figure says it's 12%. Now, isn't it a lot? If I could enter into entrepreneurship from being a teacher, I'm sure so can you. Let me also quickly connect the dots before I explain about these two which are on the screen. Let me connect the dots. I asked myself, do I really love teaching, or was it connecting with people, helping them succeed? Today I know for sure, as an entrepreneur, I enjoy helping others succeed. Now look at this screen. On the left, the lady, her name is Linda Whitman. She was a teacher. She noticed gap in computer design skills. She launched her website, that is lynda.com. That website over the years became a global learning platform. Within 20 years, LinkedIn acquired it for $1.5 billion. Now, isn't that amazing? The gentleman on the right, his name is Ray Kroc. He was selling milkshake mixers at age 52. One day he happened to be in a hamburger joint run by McDonald brothers. He was impressed with the speed and efficiency. He first invested in it, later he acquired it and turned it into a global brand which all of us know, and that's McDonald's. Now, let me ask you, what exactly is reinvention? Is it about age? Is it about experience? Is it about background? Not at all. It is the courage to learn new things. It is the courage to step out of your comfort zone. The courage to fail. And most importantly, the courage to believe in yourself when the world is doubting you. Let me leave this message with you. If you ever had a dream and you have postponed it, maybe it could be that you were too inexperienced, too young, too old, or probably simply scared. Do not postpone it. Start now. That dream could be your seed of reinvention. Be mindful, surround yourself with coaches, with mentors who can guide you. Have courage to learn new things. and most importantly, believe in yourself. Do not let yesterday's baggage stop you from creating tomorrow's possibilities. All the very best. Thank you so much.